Have you ever had dreams that felt like memories? Skills you never learned but somehow you know? Visions of places you've never been, yet they feel like home? What if they weren't just dreams? What if you've lived before, many times? Our story begins in Mexico City, 1985. We're immediately thrown into a high-speed chase as Heinrich Treadway, a skilled and daring operative, flees from armed forces and a deadly man named Bathurst. Treadway isn't just running from the law, he's running from history. With him are two trusted allies, Leona and Abel. Together, they're part of a secret society of people who reincarnate over and over, carrying knowledge and experience from life to life. They speak of an object, a mysterious, highly dangerous device known only as the Egg. Treadway has stolen it from Bathurst, a former ally turned fanatical enemy. In a moment of urgency, Treadway tells Abel, "If I don't make it, remember, look inside." Then in a jaw-dropping escape, Treadway launches his car off a bridge and jumps mid-air onto a crane over 150 feet away. He barely survives, but not in time to stop what comes next. Bathurst arrives, cold, calculated, and murders Leona and Abel. Treadway watches helplessly from a distance, his plan falling apart. Fast forward to 2020, we meet Evan McCauley living in New York City. Evan is plagued by mental illness, or so it seems. He suffers from hallucinations, voices, violent outbursts, and disturbing dreams that feel all too real. His condition? Diagnosed as schizophrenia. But here's the strange part. Evan can do things he's never been trained for. He forges a katana with expert precision, despite having zero background in blacksmithing or sword making. He survives deadly situations through instinct alone, and he remembers things that don't belong in his lifetime. After a black market deal goes wrong, Evan is arrested. While in custody, a man walks into the room and introduces himself calmly. "We've known each other for centuries. It's Bathurst, still alive, still dangerous." Before Bathurst can finish his plan, a woman named Nora Brightman storms in and helps Evan escape. She explains the truth. Evan isn't mentally ill. He's an infinite, just like her. The infinites are a group of about 500 people worldwide who can remember all their past lives after reincarnation, but they're not unified. They're divided into two opposing groups. There are believers led by Nora and the artisan, who seek to preserve humanity, advance knowledge, and protect the cycle of reincarnation, leaving the group from nihilists led by Bathurst, who see reincarnation as a never-ending curse and want to end all life permanently. Bathurst and the nihilists developed a bioengineered weapon known as the Egg. It can destroy all life and trap souls into digital chips, effectively preventing them from being reborn. Evan, in his past life as Treadway, stole the Egg before it could be used, but now he can't remember. Most infinites recover their memories at puberty, but Evan never did. Why? Because of severe trauma earlier in life, a near-fatal car crash that damaged his brain and interrupted the memory reconnection process. That's why his dreams are so vivid. That's why he feels like he's losing his mind. His past life, Heinrich Treadway's, is trapped inside, waiting to be unlocked. To retrieve those memories, Nora brings Evan to the artisan, a brilliant but eccentric infinite scientist. Using a specially built neural device, the artisan connects Evan to his past self. In an intense sequence, Treadway's entire life flashes before Evan's eyes. Battlefields, escapes, heartbreak, and most importantly, the hiding place of the Egg. He finally remembers. But time's up. Bathurst, ever one step ahead, has already discovered Treadway's preserved body from decades ago. And inside that body, hidden deep within, is the Egg. With it in hand, he prepares to unleash devastation across the globe, ensuring the death of all infinites forever. His goal? To stop the cycle of rebirth, to end his own immortality, and to wipe the world clean. The believers mount a final mission to stop him. As Bathurst prepares to activate the Egg, Evan, now fully reconnected with his Treadway memories, launches a desperate assault. The fight is brutal. Bathurst is skilled, prepared, and merciless. But Evan has something Bathurst doesn't: hope, purpose, and people worth saving. In the climax of the battle, Evan sacrifices himself, launching both himself and the Egg into the ocean depths before it can detonate. Bathurst is neutralized, His soul is trapped in a chip, ensuring he can never reincarnate again. The believers recover the egg, the threat is over, but victory comes at a cost. Evan and Nora both die in the process, but the story doesn't end there. Years later, in a quiet place called The Beginning, two children meet. They don't know it yet, but they are Abel and Nora, reborn. The cycle of life continues. Meanwhile, across the world in Jakarta, a young boy shows unusual signs. He fights instinctively. He remembers people he's never met. He forges a blade without instruction. One day a man visits, old, wise, familiar. It's the artisan. He presents the boy with a katana, and in a moment of recognition, the boy, Evan, reborn, awakens again. Welcome back. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our next story deep dive. And remember, sometimes the mind forgets,